Hello everyone, we are here in the casual lobby playing as Valencia, up against Cybernetics division. So our two decks have something in common. We want to reduce their hand size, they want to reduce ours, so that'll be interesting. This is a deck that a friend of mine built. It is called Value Runs, up on Netrunner DB at the moment. And its goal is to reduce the hand size as much as possible and kind of minimize the options that they have available to them. Because it's also using Maw, so you can start hitting hand really hard. And it just runs good breakers, a lot of bad pub, so it should be fun. This opening hand is okay. It doesn't allow us to get set up very fast in terms of draw. And we do have to watch out for an early push. But we do have blackmail as well, so I think it's worth keeping. We can money up, we can chuck this down, and we can get daily cast. And that'll help us, I think. So opening turn, we can credit this down, hit it once, and investigative, maybe? Advancing at the once. So it could be a brain damage. I think we'd leave this. If it is the one that reduces our hand size by 1, it's not terrible, I don't think. Ultimately, we're hoping to shut down their combo with something like this. If they do go for a score, it's a good chance to use it, I think. So yeah, we'll rack up a bit of bad publicity and make things much more affordable for us. If they do also go for a score here, they can't afford to do too much else. Interesting. Now, this is unusual because they can afford Junebug. They cannot afford Cerebral Overrider, so I'm not too attached to most of our hand. I think we just draw up and take a look at things. That'd be a shame to lose, but not the worst thing in the world. Cerebral Overrider, which they can't afford, so we will trash it. And I think we draw one more and go for this server 1. If it is a Junebug, at least we don't die immediately to Neural. There we go. Not too bad. So we have to pitch one card, which is unfortunate. And they're all really good. Archives interface is good with Cerebral there. I think the current is the current is good at the moment because it reduces their hand size again. So they're doing the job for us. We can get this down early. I think daily cast is going to be the worst for us. Just because next turn we can Tamusian and run HQ a lot of times. Or archives. Take your pick. We should also try and hit this very soon, just to start increasing the bad pub and get this down and live. So there's the archived. But until they get more money, it's not that threatening. Also, they're going to have to pitch a card. And we're pointing to Tamusian at HQ, so there's a good chance we can hit it. Snare is kind of the worst thing they can do to us at the moment, but I'm not that nervous about it, I don't think. Again, it'll bankrupt them. So there's only so much they can do. We do indeed hit the Cerebral. That's exactly what we wanted. We'll keep running HQ. Force them into a setup turn. Back channels, that's fine as well. And we'll run again while we can. Like, we're not short of money. Nice. We're not short of money with between these two things. It allows us to put on a bit of pressure. Once they ice up here, we can start poking at the archives with this. We do need to start drawing as well. We do need to find our bits and pieces to get our full setup. Like, sure, we can get this going and play this very soon. But we want more cards in hand for ourselves as well. Icing up all round, so that works well. And we'll just give them another bad pub. So 2 bad pub is going to make our conspiracy breakers a lot cheaper to install and use. And it also means that this card is a lot more effective. Their hand size is currently 4, but with 2 bad publicity, it'll be reduced even further, down to 2 cards. And when you're playing kind of a combo deck, like we're seeing Cerebrals, probably on Mushin as well, we're seeing off the grid. So there's bits and pieces that they will want to hold on to. This could be a self-destruct chips, but I'm not too concerned with it. I'd nearly leave them score it, and then fire this next turn maybe. Earthrise is great, that's exactly what I want to see. Let's draw again. Let's put this down, and Data Sucker seems okay. Just to minimise the amount of cards we'll have to use or chuck. Again, if they go for a score here, it's not the end of the world for us. And there's the motion. So this is it. If you want to keep them poor, we get another itinerant, which is great. I think we draw one. Let's play this. And then take some money and put down archives maybe? No, take money again. Because we do want to pitch the paperclip and use it from the bin. At least then we can get rid of Mushin for good. We can get rid of Cerebral Overriders. All that good jazz. Well, funnily enough, they're playing with quite a low hand size as is. I think we force a res here on something. We have 6 cards in hand, so not a disaster to slam into a Junebug. They can't afford anything like Brainstorm. I don't feel that threatened, I don't think. I think we just take a poke, start seeing bits and pieces. They may not res, which is fine. At least this on HQ, it might make them think twice. Back challenge again, so they can afford to use some bits and pieces here. Let's check out R&D. And Eve. Yeah, we'll trash that. Put down Daily Cast and put down this, I think. So we need to keep them off economy as much as possible. Looks like they're going for a score here. Nope, this time they're playing around yeah, this time they're playing around with their bank balance, making sure that we can't go for things. What are the chances they play Ronin? Well, Maw has arrived, so that is good for us. So let's fire that down and make them think twice about resing, not resing, and so on. You see Victor? So we will pop this. Trash something out of HQ. Let's run R&D, I think. Arc lockdown. Kind of wish I had my paperclip soon. And let's put down the other Earthrise. So hopefully we don't die here. But they are playing kind of on the seat of their pants. And if they're giving us unbridled access to everything, well, A, we're going to take it. And B, we'll start putting on a bit more pressure. Start trashing some stuff. They are going to get a score. Mandatory upgrade. So now they can start fast advancing stuff, which is really good for them. It also means our current is going to be less good and a beta test. Wow, nice. I'm not going to fire it though. Alright. So that puts us under a bit more pressure. Because now they can start scoring out of hand, and that is something we have to shut down. So let's go HQ. See our clock down. So hopefully we can get rid of that. Let's go R&D, try and keep them off agendas as much as possible. And they are going to res. So that's fine. We will lose a click and end the run, I think. Last click, let's play this. Let's start turning the screw a little bit. Like, yes, they can score out of hand, but they're currently very poor. So it's getting into use it or lose it kind of territory. And Maw will start increasing that pressure even further. Finding the timing to fire this is the key. Because I mean, if we could fire it now, they're down to one card. They basically have to draw something good. Career Fair is alright. We can chuck this as well, I think. I think we're just going to pile on the pressure as much as possible. Try and find medium soon. Cerebral Overrider. Yeah, let's trash that. Let's run back in again to trash the last card. Or let's run R&D. Because if we don't hit something good here, then we can trash the last card from HQ. Kind of double purpose here. Mine Lair. Nice. So Mine Lair, less effective with no cards in HQ. Get rid of MK Ultra and get rid of Career Fair, I think. Hopefully we can find our Yogg very soon. Seven data suckers, so as soon as we do need breakers, we should be okay. So they can try and draw up. So Mine Lair is into R&D. And they're just going to keep their hand completely clear now. Which is okay by me. And that allows us to set up. We could play this, but we'd end up pitching a lot of things. So I think instead we're just going to go for the basic money. This. We could run Archives, but it gets a bit dangerous. We can draw once. We should have drawn once before. Let's put down money as well. So unfortunately, if they draw an agenda, they can just blitz it out immediately. Interesting. Now, I wouldn't have done that because we're going to run, and if we don't trash this, this card gets trashed. So we will run it. Don't think we've anything to fear. Adonis. No, we'll leave it for the moment, just to get the last card out of HQ. I think we force them to res it. In fact, let's run... No, let's draw, try and find a breaker. It's not a breaker. This and let's draw. Medium is good. I think we get rid of a same old... let's get rid of Deja Vu. Kind of torn in between the two. We don't run parasites, so Deja Vu is a little less useful in that regard. Can get us back like Data Sucker Medium, but not something we have to worry about at the moment, I think. So this time they purge. So now we can run... We do need clicks as well, so I think we just keep drawing for setup. I've had worse. Could be decent. No, just a lot of redundant cards. Let's get this down and let's do Liberate it. Get rid of the other maw and get rid of Data Sucker. They get their fast advance. And now we're in a bit of a bind. They're going to leave it. Okay, well, time to make them res stuff. Run R&D, try and get a res here. If not, we'll click through, possibly trash the top card here. Mine layer. So not quite poor enough yet. And if that's a mandatory upgrade as well, that's risky. So maybe we just run it, lose possibly a few cards. See an archived, which we can't do anything about, but we can trash the last card in HQ. And yeah, let's go over it. Worst comes to worst, 3 brain damage, but we're keeping them off being able to use anything. And that's really good for us as well, actually. So we will trash this. So I think we just keep hammering R&D. If they can't... Yeah, we need that archived for Cerebral. Which they install. So are they playing Trick or Light? Because they can't really do shenanigans. Alright, we're just going to run R&D then. Yeah, I'm glad our spectator friend has copped it as well. Maybe it's playing Trigger Light. I'm not sure. But yeah, I wasn't going to stay in hand long because we do plan to trash stuff, or not trash stuff actually, which is why Maw fires. So 2 clicks to see 2 cards. Seems okay. And hopefully we'll build a little bit of knowledge to go, yes, they're playing Trick of Light, or they've got these other shenanigans going on. We've seen back channels, so that is something to be aware of. Maybe they're using this as an economic card. Mushin on top. And Fenris. Okay, so that's something we got to be aware of. Is MK Ultra in the bin? It is, so don't have to worry about it too much. We could check out archives as well. There's a lot of cards face down, actually. But then again, we could run straight into Victor. So maybe let's not do that. Maybe let's just take some money. So, Mushin and then Fenris. So they draw Mushin. They're probably not going to draw up that much. They do draw Fenris though. So they can install and they can take money. I think we're okay. Like, we can run, let them fire this. And now they're drawing through our lock. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask Mike about the timing of investigative journalism. Like, obviously, you want to get it set up really, really early. But corps these days can move really quick. We're not concerned about this. We know exactly what this is. They have to trash another card. We are going to hopefully trash one of their other cards. Or their last card, rather, because we will let this fire. Which will likely put, let's say, Fenris up here. Nope, they're going to leave it off. Maybe they drew some good stuff. Last click, actually, a blackmail into archives mightn't be that bad. Z, so that's going to fire that. Self-destruct chips, which we'll take, and Project Wotan, nice. And now let's blackmail into archives, just in case it's something that'll mess us up royally. And I think if we don't win here, they need to purge. But I think that we will. It's always a nightmare when your own corp ID kind of nips you in the bud. Oh yeah, we can archives interface as well, for the first time ever. Let's send out a Cerebral. But we do get a mandatory upgrades. And we'll close it out. So yeah, this deck can get really oppressive. I've played against a variant a while ago. Mike has been playing this for quite a while. And it was just the investigative journalism plus this itinerant protesters current. And it becomes really difficult because you are basically left with very few options. And Maw just tightens that noose a little extra. Because sure enough, they had 2 hand size. But then if we ran something, didn't trash it, they ended up with 1 card. So what they had going for them was that they did have 4 clicks. So if they did manage to draw an agenda, they could score out and be back up to 4 hand size. But we do have same old things and things like that as well. So it's a tough situation to be in. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and thank you for watching.